today I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the negative comments. Yeah. Now, at first, when I read this one, I got myself a little sassy and I wrote back this. Now, I got to tell you, it's true. That's why I'm quick recording this while I'm packing up, because I am in an Airbnb and I'm in a wonderful area called Cathedral Hill in St. Paul. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Now, the reason I'm here is I spent the holiday, Thanksgiving, with some family, and now I'm headed east for Christmas. How much I get to travel, that's not the point of this video, but I would like you to see and do whatever your joy is, whatever you want to do. And the reality is, unlike this commenter here, if we reduce what we spend, we save more. And it secures a better financial future for us. Let's face it, here in America, our houses are huge. We spend lots of money on cars and things that go in the house. And the less money we spend, the more money we save. And if we can get ourselves on a better budget, we're going to be more financially secure. And that's where the rubber meets the road. And I'll also say that's probably one of the few things that Mr. Dave Ramsey and I actually agree on. That was some of the other comments on the last video. Dave Ramsey's great about getting people to control their budget. When people's spending is out of control, they will not be financially secure. Yes! Yes. But people, no financial plan works unless we get our spending under control and unless our spending is less than our income. That doesn't make his strategy better than mine. That just means we all have to work to be financially prudent, and it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard. There's lots of great grand houses out there, and there's lots of beautiful cars, and there's lots of stellar vacations, and entities will give us endless credit cards until it all blows up. So we have to be really wise. I wanted to share with you a couple of things related to my own financial strategies and a book that I got a lot of good information out of. Now, this book is mentioned in my book, which will be coming out the spring of 2025, a few months away. Almost done with it. Anyway, more information about that later. The book I want to talk to you about, though, is The Millionaire Next Door. This was written in the 1990s, about the time that Dave Ramsey's book was written. But this one talks about the fact that you, anywhere in Middle America, might have a millionaire sitting right next door to you. And the reason that person became a millionaire and doesn't necessarily look like it is because they don't look like it. They bought a modest home. They watch what they spend. They drive an older car. They drive it for a long time. They watched what they spend, and as a result, they saved the rest and became financially secure. When we are not income rich, this is how we become rich. Not spending it. And by the way, I do not count myself as income rich, which means I don't always make a ton of money, but I get to enjoy things in life. So I'm going to share with you a few ways that I trimmed my budget, and I would like you to comment below some ways that you trimmed your budget. And we'll share some budget saving ideas. One of them is I moved to Mexico. Sometimes when I tell people that I moved to Mexico, they'll respond with, I could never do that. Please don't ever tell yourself that. If you have a dream in your heart, God planted it there. At least that's how I believe. And God will make a way. And there's nothing special about me moving to Mexico. You can do it too. Here's just a few views of places around my Mexican home. Some views from a balcony. Yep. Now the sunset doesn't always look like that, but it does a lot. And here's some of the sunrises too. I live just a few blocks from the Pacific Ocean, and to rent a fully furnished 2-bedroom condo, it's 18,000 pesos. Under the current exchange rate, that's about $900. It's been about as high as 1,000, but is that lower than rent in your area? Chances are yes. Now, I'm blessed in the fact that I can travel and still work. Not everyone else has that, but there's been other ways that I found to trim my budget. One of them, the hair. I used to spend a lot of money continuing to get my hair colored. Lots of money. Oh, and the nails. I used to get the nails done too. Now I do all that myself. I'd rather save a couple of $100 every couple of months or more and be able to take a trip like this. That's where my priorities are at. Other things that I've done is I bought this cute little scooter. Loved it. Tooted around town all the time. Loved my little helmet that went with it too. Got to wear that. And got to be safe. I took the motorcycle lessons and I got my endorsement. Super fun. I also got myself an e-bike. And in the area that I live, there's tons of bike trails. And I could literally bike just about anywhere. To the grocery store, to meet friends for coffee, or to the restaurants. And there's so many trails. It's like entering a brand new world in any city you might be, at least if they have good bike trails. Not every place does. So personally, I would only move somewhere where they have good bike trails. I also started a garden. And in fact, for a while, I thought about doing a YouTube channel just for gardening and different recipes, because I started canning and fermenting and dehydrating vegetables and fruits. And even when I would buy things from the store and they would start to go bad or they were on the edge, I would dehydrate them or freeze them or make them into a jam. And I found this great ways to preserve food and keep my budget low. So those are just a few methods for me that I've trimmed my budget back so that I would be able to save more money and live more comfortably, especially as I get older. I'm going to be having grandbabies someday. And I want to be able to go visit them and take care of them. So I got to have good financial means to do all that. And the same holds true for you. And the earlier we get started putting together these wise financial strategies, the better off we are going to be financially. So if you liked what we talked about here, make sure you subscribe. Please, please, please. I'm going to be adding a lot of good content that's important for your financial future. And I'd also like you to like this video and please comment about some of the ways that you found to trim your budget back. There's always great ideas out there, and we might as well start a network and a community to share them. Thanks for stopping by. It's been good to see you.